Hey friends, my name's Sharon and welcome. Today I'm gonna do my very first book review, although it's not technically a single book review, it's a trilogy review. And I'm gonna do my best to make sure that it is no spoilers, right? We'll see how that goes. But I'm pretty sure I can. And the book or the trilogy that I want to review actually is all three pieces I gave 5 stars to. It is probably um, each book in and of itself is probably in my top 5 for the year. And the trilogy as a whole was just phenomenal. And that is Patience of a Dead Man series. There are 3 books in the series. The Patience of a Dead Man, Dead Woman Scorned, and the third one is called Anger is an Acid. And the author, Michael Clark, is a self-published author, which makes it really exciting to be able to kind of give shout outs and love on our self-published authors. Um, this is a horror, classified as horror, but it's got a little bit of everything. There's a mystery, thriller, there's horror, there's a little bit of romance, and I absolutely loved all three of these. Let me tell you a little bit about it. I'm going to read from the Goodreads summary, just so I am sure that I'm not giving any spoilers away. I won't read the second and the third summaries because that will definitely give spoilers, right? If you want to do that, you can go off on your own and do it. Okay, so he just spent everything on a house in disrepair, but he didn't know someone was waiting inside. Tim Russell just put his last dollar on a handyman's dream, a quaint but dilapidated farmhouse in New Hampshire. Newly single after a messy divorce, his plan is to live in the house as he restores it for resale. To his horror, as soon as the papers are signed and his work starts, ghosts begin to appear. A bone-white little boy and a woman covered in flies. Tim can't afford to leave and lose it all, so he turns to his real estate agent, Holly Burns, to help him decide whether he has any shot at solving his haunted problem. Can they solve the mystery before he loses his investment or maybe his life? So that's the summary of Patience of a Dead Man. And let me tell you a little bit about why I I absolutely love this book. First, I have to give a huge shout out to Leslie at the Nerdy Narrative because she actually was the one. I was watching one of her like planned TBRs. She was doing a whole series on self-published horror authors, and so she got me hooked in on this, and we buddy read the first 2. Unfortunately, I couldn't wait to get to the last one, so I read that in December as part of our readathon competition that we had going on. Um, so why do I love this book? So it's not horror in the sense of gory um, or like really wicked. I mean, there's a mystery in the first book. There's a cult and witchcraft in the second. There's um, uh, each book in and of itself is a roller coaster. I love that all of the chapters are really short, very digestible, and every chapter ends on like a small little cliffhanger. So you can't help yourself but keep reading. Each book, the first and the second, ends on a pretty big cliffhanger that really makes you want to read the next one as quick as you can. Um, which is, I don't think I've consumed a series as quickly as I have. The thing that I really the thing that I really loved about this is Michael Clark's storytelling. So, if you read series, you often know that, or you may have experienced that, you finish the first book, you pick up the second one, and there's this kind of big dump of a synopsis of what happened in the first one, right? So, which is great. I mean, it does bring you into, okay, yeah, now I remember that, now I remember that. But what Michael Clark does is he brings those pieces in as you need them in the sequels. So as you need to be reminded of something that happened in the first book, he brings it in and then builds on it with backstories of characters that are both present and past characters. So for me, it was a really awesome way to kind of bring you through. Like I think to me it's kind of like knitting, right? Like kind of pulled through these threads and then built on and pulled through more threads and built on and pulled through more threads until like you really felt like at the end you had this past present full end-to-end story and a little bit of kind of future what could be happening. And I absolutely loved how he did this. So artful and so creative, and I can't wait to read more of what he has coming. He does have a website. I'll link it below. He has some short stories that are free on his website. He's one of the kindest authors that I've met. In my top, I don't know, I think it's like top 8 wrap up that I'll get to later this week. 2 or 3 of the top authors, 3 of the top authors are self-published horror authors. So I was so excited, and they're all the nicest people. They're so sweet. Actually, on Instagram, I was messaging with Michael, and he ended up sending, he takes the time, and he sends you autographed bookmarks, stickers. He had stickers made, which are so cool. An autographed, personalized sticker, kind of a little art poster. I know others on Instagram that, he sent them mugs and the entire series. I mean, he's such a giving author. The other thing that's really cool is that, and I believe I got this right, if not, somebody can correct me. This whole trilogy and the farmhouse that he talks about is actually one that he lived in, I believe. If I'm wrong, I will edit myself. And in the beginning of the book, now I'm rambling, I really apologize, but in the beginning of the book, he's got maps of the farmhouse and the property. Not spoilery, it's right there in the beginning of the book. So if you are someone who loves creepy and spooky and kind of jump scare and a great mystery and a ghost story and haunted houses, by all means, rush to go pick this up. It is on Kindle. I actually read it on Kindle and then decided I needed to have the physical copy, so I bought the bound up, and love it. I can't gush enough about this book, about this author, and I can't wait to see what else he has coming out, hopefully sometime in 2021. So that's all. I hope you really enjoy this. If you do, I've got more horror reviews coming. I love to read horror. Please like, comment, subscribe. Love to hear if you've read this, if you'd like to read it, anything you want to comment. That's all. So have a great day, morning, evening, wherever you are, and we'll talk to you soon. Take care.